let's do this. Let's bring him upstairs, and we're gonna hide somewhere. I don't even love being here. I don't like being out here at night. It's scaring me. All right, we are back in Kenshi with Quill and Temperance, who in the last episode, or the last couple of episodes, I suppose, have been trying to stay alive in this harsh and brutal world that is Kenshi. In the very last episode, Quill made his way out to an old ruin, but found it completely empty, nothing but damaged books inside. He did, however, purchase an old tech hunter's map that pointed to another nearby ruin, and hopefully this is good intel. So for today's episode, I think, or at least the beginning of today's episode, Quill is going to be making preparations to make a journey out to that ruin, and we'll be heading out to that ruin, seeing if we can find anything of value. Because these guys, like I said, they're trying to stay alive. They're going to need food, but more importantly, we really need to get Temperance some legs. So I'm really hoping that we can find something of value in this ruin. Maybe we can purchase some legs. There's 2 robotic shops in this town, so hopefully we'll be able to put together enough money to at least get her a leg. We'll see what happens. But either way, we are ready to jump in. What we're going to do is we're going to head into town. And I want to get some tools. It's a little late in the afternoon, so we're not going right now. We're going to leave in the morning. So he's got a full day out there. He has really terrible lockpicking skills, and the high likelihood is that there are... If we find a ruin that is not completely empty and destroyed like the last one, it is likely that it will be locked, and that anything we find inside will also be locked. So I'd like to get a couple of sets of tools. He has no lockpicking skill, but you can cut locks open with tools, but it's single use only, if I recall correctly, so... Tools are probably a couple of $100s. Let's go take a look. There is, I believe, yes there is. This is such a good spot where we set up our camp. The, no, fuck you, you fucking cocksucker. All right, hold on. Someone's yelling at the gate right there. We may want to go take a look over there in a second. Yeah, this is a really good spot for a camp because there's a general goods store and the bar right there. The whole thing's really good. All right. We bought 4 damaged books, and that gives us $231. Do you have tools? Yes, you do. $240. How much is our first aid kit worth? Sell price $100. Temperance has a couple. Are you close enough to here? Let's see if we can sell a couple of these. We can. We can sell 1. We'll sell 2. That gives us $260. That's good. I wanted 2 tools. All right, whatever. We're going to buy 1 set of tools, and we've got $21. Okay. All right. Let's go head out this other door. We might give, we might give Temperance the food that we have on us, and we'll dig for grubs all night. And he can take whatever grubs he digs and head out in the morning. I just want to look over here. Someone was yelling. It sounded like they could have been getting into a scuffle with the guards, so... It's always worth taking a look. Seems like it was just a harmless argument. Alright. Let's go give Temperance the food that we have. We'll go dig for grubs, and we'll head out in the morning. I believe... Yeah, that's a robotic shop, and then there's another robotic shop inside the interior section of the city. The market district. This seems like the farming district. Yeah, we'll give her some food. He'll dig for some grubs. We'll get to spend the night in the camp, which is good. We'll give her this and that. That's fine. I might take this armor from you. I'm gonna take the armor off of her. I feel bad, but it'd be better if we can get her legs. Let's get him outside. We're gonna go back and buy another set of tools. I don't want to get out there and find out that there's, like, a bunch of locked chests. And then I just gotta run back and forth. I mean, the likelihood is that it's going to be overrun with security spiders or guarded by some terrible creatures, but on the off chance we get very lucky, I'd like to be prepared. Alright, this is good, too, because it's actually getting late. I don't have to waste too much time burning calories sitting in the camp. I would like another set of tools after I sell you this. If we can get her some legs, she can help. She can't do anything with no legs. She literally can't, got distracted by these slavers taking out that prisoner. She can't, like, dig for grubs. She can't work in the camp. She can't do anything without any legs. Yeah, we'll buy one, one thing of meat and some bread. All right. And in one of these episodes, we went into, I think the nicer robotic shop had a larger selection of limbs. And it had a couple of limbs that were like $3,000, something in that range. Let's just wait here and see what these slavers do. I'm not trying to get turned into a slave. Yeah, go, get out of here. Pick the guy up or something. No loitering in the streets. All right, I'm going to get out of the way here. Just get out of here. We're going to run away from them. We'll take the long way to our camp. I just don't trust those slavers not turning an eye towards us as they're taking their time here and going like, oh, what do we have here? He looks kind of like an escaped slave. They love to do that. They're unscrupulous, awful people. It is illegal to sneak, but I should be fine. We're going to come dig for some grubs. And we're going to let him while the night away doing that. You know, we'll make it a permanent job. I'm just going to keep it on 1x speed while I watch these guys slowly move past us here. You can see them out here. They're letting their prisoner get like a few steps ahead and then they sprint up to him. And then he gets a few steps ahead and they sprint over and over again. We're going to stay sneaking and we're going to let him while away the night here. If nothing happens in the middle of the night, we'll cut to us getting ready to leave in the morning. All right, Quill made it through the night, rather uneventful. He's got some grubs. He's got his tools. And we are heading down the river. We should see a little piece of land here. We're going to cross that river and then follow this other one straight out. Let's get to the actual edge of this river so I don't miss anything. We're looking for a little tiny piece of land, and we're going to cross the river when we see it. I think that's it right there. There you go. All right, we're going to cross here. And we're going to go to the other river. We may even actually cross the other river. This is incredibly dangerous what we're doing, but these guys got to survive. This is the best way for them to do it. I'd imagine Quill feels hopeful. I'm sure he's a little nervous, but probably hopeful that this is going to pan out. He's got a map. It's from tech hunters. They love finding old tech. That's very promising. And what else are they supposed to do? There's not much he can do. He doesn't have an arm. Temperance doesn't have legs. All right, if anything, we also might be able to pick up a road over here. Let's just keep our eyes peeled. Thought I heard an animal. That was very scary. All right. I don't think it's possible. We got to keep our eyes peeled. Make sure hopefully I didn't just cross this river. If this turns down and then back around, I crossed the wrong river, but that's okay. Yeah, we're going to follow this. Oh, shit. Slave traders. Stop right there. Stop right there. I don't know where they're going, and I think this is the way that I got to go. We're just going to keep behind them. I'm almost positive this is the way I got to go. As long as this river doesn't sneak back that way, I think we're okay. We're just going to try to stay out of their sight. We got to remember that this is very dangerous. Should be very careful. I don't want to get overly brave. I would also like to make sure, what's the worst thing that can happen? This doesn't look like the right way. This looks like I'm going towards this. I'm going to turn back. Oh, there we go. There's the other river that I'm looking for. There it is. Okay, cool. I did go the wrong way. That's fine. We're gonna hang here for a second, wait till we see slave traders. I just want to see them come out the other side of the river. I want to be opposite of wherever they are. This is the cutback right here. I definitely did cross on the wrong side. There's the slave traders. God damn, they're going exactly where I gotta go. Alright, we're gonna go on the other side of the river. We're gonna go back the way we came. We're gonna have him hustle a bit. They're starting to hustle. I don't care for it. Wait, what are you doing? I just barely saw them. They might be crossing over to this side of the river. Let's go over here. We're gonna keep him with a little bit of pep in his step there. Keep him sprinting. Nope. They did. They ducked down in here to come back up that way. You're killing me. You're killing me, slave hunters. You're killing me. And you quite literally could kill me, so. We're going to cross the river. And we're going to stay on this side and see if we can get ahead of them. That's a little dangerous because they're probably going to the same place I am. And it's a... Ooh, Jesus. Put it back in regular time speed. There we go. It's a little dangerous because they might be going to the exact same place I am. But they've been very heavily distracted. Ah! Ah, shit. Ah, shit. There are lots of people running at me. Okay, we're going to use this to our advantage. We're going to run into the middle of all this. We're going to run right into the center of all this. And hopefully that distracts everybody. Anybody that was coming after me? Seems like they might be distracted. All right. Quill, run. All right, I think we literally just did the best possible thing. We completely bamboozled those people, although I did lose my bearing a little. If this is a river, I think we're good. Quill's just going to keep running in terror. We have no way of properly defending ourselves. Rebel farmers would kill us for sure. Slave traders would take us as a slave, which would be terrible. So close to things possibly getting better. Quill's just going to keep running as fast as he can. We're going to take a look behind us. Let's do this. Let's give him a spot out there. And let's just watch behind us. Keeps throwing his head behind, checking. He's just going to go as fast as he can. Luckily, running our pursuing rebel farmers through those slave traders was enough to get them to peel off. I suppose they were looking to protect their friends more than they were looking to hurt us, which is good. Alright, this should be a bend in the river. It looks like it is. I'm not super sure where we are. Not super sure. I did a lot of desperate sprinting there. No one's chasing after us. Give him a spot over there. Keep the head on a swivel. I think we're right here. So I'm going to keep going as if everything's okay. I don't know why he doesn't want to turn. There he goes. That was all very scary. Quill did a good job. Kept us cool, sort of. Distracted his pursuers. Nice. Okay, we've really got to keep our eyes peeled for movement out here, though. I'm almost positive we are right here. If we see a river right here, which I'm sure we will. Oh, look at that. There's traders over here. A trader's guild. We have 28 bucks. And nothing to sell. Alright, traders is a good sign, though. Especially with them being on the other side of the river like that. I wonder if people will choose that side of the river more than any other. More than this side. Like, they're going to come for this bridge right here? That'd be fantastic. Because what that means, then... Oh, it does look like that's the side of the river you would use. Okay, that's good. That means that it's relatively safe the way they came. Because they would have dealt with anything that was openly hostile to just anybody. They wouldn't have had a problem with slave traders or likely even manhunters, but they would have cleared rebel farmers or any kind of animals. Not on this side of the river, though. Now, ideally, we're going to see a ruin somewhere. Oh, there it is. There it is. All right. All right. Let's just make sure it's safe. It looks actually very safe. Let's stop right here. Leave everything running, and let's look around. No one's following us. We'll check the hills. No one's coming down the hills. No one's walking on the other side of the road. Let's see if we have the skills to unlock this. If not, we've got tools. And we might just be sprinting away from here. It is very possible that we'll open this door and find it filled with some type of terrible animal. Is there a door? There is a door. Is it locked? It is locked. Pick it. I'm not skilled enough. You are tooled enough. Can you use tools? Let's see. Nice. Oh, 599. All right. Well, why don't you keep a low profile there, and we're going to let him do that. I guess. All right. Quill has spent the entire day cutting the lock off this door. It is going to take 5 hours when he finally gets done. But once he does, We'll open the door, and hopefully it's safe inside because he's probably going to have to stay here. It might be a little too late for him to head back. I mean, if it's not safe in here, it's not too late for him to sprint back. I'm just kind of worried about bumping into those slave traders and the rebel farmers on the way back. I don't want to do that in the darkness. All right, door is open. Let us open the library. Let's take a look. In we go. Oh, nice. Nice. All right, let's look upstairs. It is indeed safe. Beautiful. Beautiful. Quill, close the door. And let's take a look around. We've got 1,000 damaged books, a couple of books. There's a locked chest down here. We've got one more tools. There's another chest up here. And a chest and some gears. There's 2 chests. There's 3 chests. None of which are locked, though. All right. We've got tools, and we have a locked chest. All right. Let's do this. Let's come out of sneak. Let's grab everything that we can that's worth money. Literally everything. We're grabbing old maps. We're grabbing parchments. We're grabbing books. Everything. What is this old map worth? $180? Absolutely. Parchment, $180? Beautiful. Grabbing all this stuff. We're grabbing every single thing that's worth money. We're going to check all these chests, and then, if it is dark, we will spend the night... Damn it. We'll spend the night cutting the lock off that chest. I mean, we're cutting the lock off the chest no matter what, but it's a good way to pass the night. I'm going to grab all these parchments. What's in this shop counter? Oh, nice leather. Sweet. Sweet. Let's head upstairs. We've cleaned out the lower floor. There's nothing down there, right? Nothing. Anything in these crates? Just damaged books. Bummer. Grab this book, a parchment, a press. How heavy is that? What's it worth? $295. Nice. Oh, this is good. This is good. We'll make some money off of this. We might even be able to afford a leg. Literally. I mean, we still don't know what's in the locked chest. Let's check these guys. General storage chest. Damaged books. Not much else. Ooh, nice. Ancient military documents. And an engineer's map. Very interesting. We'll check, grab this book. Parchment. We'll check those maps later tonight. Alright. Oh my god. Who opened the door? Close the door. I know I closed that door when we came in here. That is terrifying. Close that door. No one's out there. Alright. Come out of sneak. And let's grab the last tools we have. Let's get everything else out of our inventory. We may even be leaving some stuff behind. If there's good stuff in this chest. Let's see. Of course, we can't pick the lock. I'm not skilled enough. I'll use the tools. Alright. That's going to take him all night long. The last one took like 5.5 hours. So, thank God I got 2 sets of tools. Oh my goodness. Do you know how unhappy I would have been if I popped that front door lock and then found another chest? I mean, this place could have been filled with locked chests, so I guess this is a mixed bag of generally good news. We have the tools. It would have been nice if there was even more locked chests. I'd like to have to make a trip back to town and then back out here with so many tools that defies description. Just shelves and shelves filled with nothing but locked chests. Alright, let's let him get to work. We'll check back in on him when he's done. Alright, and as expected, it took him the better part of the afternoon to get this thing cut, but he's almost done. Oh, I'd love to be able to leave some junk behind and pick up some really good gear out of this chest. Come on, big money. What do we got? What do we got? Oh, interesting. Okay, that's really good. That'd be good to hold on to, but we won't need an ancient science book for a very long time. So that is amazing. That is worth $9,900. We can 100%. This is, he's probably so elated right now. We can get 2 legs and an arm almost without a doubt. I'm almost positive I saw legs and arms worth worth under $9,000. I think there was like a $2,000 or $3,000 leg. There's probably a couple of $3,000 or $4,000 legs and a $2,000 arm for sure. Let's grab all this stuff. We got an outpost type 2 and an outpost type 1. Nice. And a bunch of treasure maps. Oh, that's so good. A tech hunting life looks like it might pay off. All right. Let's do this. Let's bring him upstairs. And we're gonna hide somewhere. I don't even love being here. I don't like being out here at night. It's scaring me. We may even take out his light. We don't need to attract anybody from anywhere. We're just gonna let him get through the night. You know what we'll do before we do that? Let's take a look at our maps. All right, we've got an old treasure map. Take a look. We discovered it as some kind of ruin in Venge. We've got ancient military documents. What do we find there? Another ruin out in Stobe's Garden. An engineer's map. Engineer's map is another place way out in Stobe's Garden. Another ruin. Interesting. Ancient military documents. Ooh, something way up north in the Leviathan coast. Nothing nearby. That's a bummer. That is a bummer. Let's see. An old treasure map. An outpost in the Deadlands. Interesting. Interesting. And an engineer's map. A ruin in the Deadlands. All right. There's nothing else for him to do. Nothing else for him to learn. No other documents. Nothing. We're just going to let him get through the night, and we're going to knock on wood, hope for the best. It is very scary. I don't like being here. This is really... Like, what's lucky is... Let's get zoomed back in. What's lucky is the main thoroughfare, while he was cutting that lock, I saw some Garou and stuff running along. There's a little road here, which means there's no real good reason for someone to be here. That's good. That means if people do come through here tonight, they'll be on the other side of the river, hopefully. But it does mean once we leave here, we're going to be walking into God knows what. It does still make me a little nervous to be out here, but either way. All right. Quill made it through the night. Uneventful night. Fantastic. He is loaded with all sorts of valuables. Oh, this is so fantastic. We're going to pop this door open. We're going to head outside. We're going to take a look. Just make sure it looks safe out here. It seems like it is. The music is a little disconcerting. A little ominous. But he's going to start heading back. He's going to start heading back. He's probably so excited. We've got a whole mix of valuable items. We can get back to town and sell these. It is highly likely with that science book alone, just with the science book, we're going to clear... With the science book and just a couple things in our bag, we'll clear $10,000. Which means we can very likely, as long as he gets back safely, this is not the time to get complacent, and keep that head on a swivel. As I say that, I'm just going to keep looking around. It means we can get 2 legs and an arm, and maybe have enough left over to convince someone to join our crew. Having another person to watch our back would be fantastic. I'm just going to get a look here at what I want to do. Okay. We're going to be following the river to the right. Oh, until I see this little peninsula here. And we got to be very careful because slave traders somewhere around here, slave traders right where we have to turn. Slave traders were fighting with rebel farmers, which is a little disconcerting because it's been an entire day and night. So people, oh, wow, nice, we can hear the bustle of the city. The city is so loud we can hear it from here. We see the commerce in the distance. I always imagine those pop-ups are indications of the noise the character could hear. But yeah, it's been enough time for anybody that was downed, if they're not in a recovery coma or dead, they're going to be getting up and helping their friends, which would be a very bad time to pass them. If they were so inclined, they might decide to come and mess with us. I'm minorly distracted. I feel like I see someone out there. I do. I see slave hunters out there. Are they still there fighting? We might cross the river here. Did I already make my turn? I think I did. Yeah. All right. We're going to cross the river here. I'm not fucking with any of that. There's slave hunters here. And I don't know what they're doing. And if they're coming towards me, I'm not... There's no way I'm dealing with that right now. Let me make sure my inventory is empty. It is... We're almost overweight. We probably can't go too much faster than this. It's going to take us so long to cross this river. Oh, God. I was contemplating, as we were talking about going to pass where the slave hunters and rebel farmers were, the idea of maybe getting a weapon or two off of them if anybody was downed. But I don't know that I want to risk that. All right, that took an immense amount of time, and we've lost the slave hunters. But we do know we're on the right side of the river. We're on the right side of the river. We can basically follow. We hear the hustle and bustle of the city off in the distance. We're going to keep moving. If anything, we can head back, do our trading. It's early in the day. We should be able to get a lot of trade done. I'm very nervous right now. We're carrying too much stuff. It's like leaving the house with like a giant deposit of some kind. It's very nerve-wracking. Alright. There are the slave hunters. They're crossing the river. I hate it. I hate that they're crossing the river. I wish that they were not crossing the river. We're going to go this way. We're going to keep ahead of them. We might have him put a pep in his step. No, he can't go any faster than that. That is nerve-wracking. They are so close to us. They are so close. And I am now cutting basically here. I'm not going necessarily where I want to be going. And I could be coming over this rise to run face-to-face with like an animal or something. I don't like running up these rises. But we got to do it. We got to do it. It's better than definitely running into slave hunters, and they're only going in the direction that I need to go. So we got to go this way. We can go in the back way in the city. We should see the city by now. Ugh. Killing me, city. Don't be so hidden. Come on, come over here. Just stay away from these slave hunters. They should stick to the road, which I don't know why they crossed the river. They might have crossed the river here. We might have been closer than I thought. All right. There's a city down there. I think I can see my camp from here. I think I see gigantic flames. We'll stick to this river. That's just fine. We're here, basically. Which is fine. The slave hunter should be over there. I'm going to pray with everything that I can possibly pray that we don't run into animals. With every ounce of faith Quill has and whatever he has faith in. He is just praying to make it back to civilization safely. With what an amazing, amazing stroke of good luck. He's had a pretty easy time so far, I will say. This is surprising. I thought this was going to be a little harder. I mean, you know, I did probably just curse this to being doomed immediately. I don't know where my camp is. I'm not exactly sure where we are aligned with the city, because I got off the beaten path a little bit, but we're right outside the city, which is fantastic. Good enough. I'm just worried about running into those slave hunters. I don't know exactly where they are. We just need to find an open door, and we found one. Oh my goodness. In we go. Ah, that one led me to a chase through rocky terrain. We danced between the ruins, and just when I thought I had it cornered, it pulled a surprise maneuver, but in the end, my blade found its mark. Interesting. We hear people exchanging tales of adventure. You know, I'll tell you, Quill is probably getting a taste for adventure right now. It seems that tech hunting might be lucrative work. That might be an interesting, that might be something interesting for them to explore. Get these guys some legs and arms, maybe get them a friend or two, and then just start adventuring. Why are you running towards me? Don't be running towards me. Stop running towards me. Where are you going? We just grabbed a bunch of maps. You know, speaking of heading out to adventure, because tech hunting is lucrative. We just procured a bunch of maps. We know of a bunch of new locations. Could be very interesting. What the hell's going on in here? A shopping trip. Are you a slave trader? No, you're a drifter. All right, my goodness. We are selling our ancient science book. We're selling all our books. We're not going to be using them anytime soon. We're selling everything. Everything we picked up, we're selling. Except those blueprints. We're going to hold on to those. Oh my goodness. We made $22,500. Oh my goodness. All right, all of our prayers are answered. Tech hunting is the most lucrative work, if you can get it. We're going to do a couple of things. Do I need anything from you at all? No, I feel like I should buy more tools. Do you have tools? You do. I'm going to buy 2 more tools. And I'm kind of interested in buying another lantern, but we'll hold off. Does Temperance have a lantern? She does not. She's getting a lantern. And we're going immediately. Who are you? Kevin? Kevin. We're going, what a good name for a hiver. We're going immediately to right here, to the robotic shop. And we're getting 2 legs and an arm. We have, at $22,000, we have to be able to get 2 legs and an arm. What a nice breeze. Indeed, it's a lovely day. I will say, it is a lovely day. And if there's people running around, if something's happening in the city, and we can benefit from maybe some people getting beat up outside, you never know. All right, show me what you got. You have so many legs and arms. I need 2, like, $3,000, $2,000 legs. We've got a left and a right leg, each for $4,000. That's $8,000. That's very good. All right, we got 2 legs. I didn't get an arm yet because he had a $4,000 left arm, but not a $4,000 right arm. So I'm going to check the other robotic shop real quick. If not, he had like some $6,000 and $7,000 arms. We'll buy one of those. But if I can get a cheap arm, I'm going to do it. We're not putting on airs. These cheap limbs are just fine by us. We're going to trade with Temperance. We're going to get her standing, and she can come with us. She's naked, which is not good. It's not good at all. We got to get her a backpack. We got to get her so much stuff. Let's get her to wear these limbs. Boom. Boom. Temperance. Oh my god! She's standing up! Ah, oh, so good. All right. Let's do this. Let's get her medic, splint injuries, and she can follow Quill. And Quill, let's go get her a backpack. Actually, wait, no, let's first look at that other robotic shop. Let's just go walk around town. We've got $13,000. We should see if we can convince someone to come with us. Oh my god, this is so fantastic. She's up and walking. I'm so happy about this. We got to get an arm. We got to get an arm, and then we're going to see if we can convince someone to come with us. $2,000 or $3,000. I'm not looking to spend a ton of money. I think this is the robotic shop right here. Nice. What a good camp spot we set up. A bar, 2 robotic shops, a general shop. Beautiful. All right, what do you got? Have a $3,000 or $4,000 right arm would be fantastic. Nothing. All right. All right, I suppose I probably should have sprung for some better legs for her because she is going to be very slow for a very long time. Ooh, someone's yelling thief. Her legs are, the legs are negative 56% to run speed. Dear God. She's going to be very slow for a very long time. But whatever. Whatever. It's better than nothing. I mean, we could have afforded better limbs, but this is not where I wanted to go. We could have afforded better limbs, but this is just fine. This is just fine. We're going to go do a perimeter run with all this activity we're seeing around here. All the, we're hearing people yell thief and there's guards running all over the place. We might sweep the perimeter and see if we can find her some gear. Hello, sir. I need a right arm for any amount of money. All right, nice. Quill's got an arm. Temperance has some legs. Beautiful. Let's go get her a backpack. And then I think we're going to go see if we can scout the perimeter. All right, there's a general shop over here. There's a travel gear shop somewhere in the outer perimeter of the city. They did not have a good backpack. I'm looking for the world's cheapest backpack like what Quill is using. But they did have a robotics kit. We bought a cheap one of those as well. We're going to see if you've got a backpack there, my friend. Have? You do. Beautiful. Now, she's got a backpack, and she has a shirt. There you go. Look at you. Look at you. Oh, that's fantastic. All right, we got to find her some more stuff. She needs more stuff. She needs gear. I'm kind of loath to, like, spend any more money. I'm like, we now can wield weapons. Which is a first. But, like, if we can scavenge weapons, that'd be fantastic. What I might want to do is spend, like, $3 grand on seeing if someone wants to follow us. We can convince someone to join our ranks. That would be great. You know what we'll do? How slow is she moving? She's moving very slow. We might still leave her in the bar. For now. We might still leave her in the bar. We'll have Quill do a perimeter run. Just to make sure everything's still quiet around here. There's a lot of commotion while these guys are doing their shopping today. Just make sure it's actually all quiet around here. Because if I can scavenge weapons, that's really good. And then maybe, just maybe, at some time tonight, we could head to some different bars and see if anybody wants to join us. These are all vagrants in here. We got Sonosuke. He's got the worst skills ever. He doesn't look like much from where we're standing. Let's do this. Temperance can finally sit. Let's have her sit. We'll have Temperance hang out in here for a bit. We'll give her some grubs. She immediately ate them. How hungry are you? You're fine. You're fine. And we're gonna have Quill head outside. I mean, Quill, we might even have Quill backtrack to where we saw the rebel farmers fall. There could be dead out there. Can I talk to these guys? These are just vagrants. These vagrants are stuck. They're bumping into each other. I'm contemplating running out to where we saw those rebel farmers fall. How close was it? I'm going to do it. That's what we're going to do. We're going to run out to where we saw those rebel farmers get downed. It is highly likely that everything has been cleared away. But if we can do some opportunistic scavenging, it's kind of the best route to take. We don't want to run into any slave traders. We got to be careful. And they do seem to like to walk these roads. We've seen more than one set of slave traders walking on this path exactly that we're on right now. We should come to a river to cross and then another river to cross. Oh, I see rebel farmers. Alright, there's a small group of rebel farmers in our path there. I don't know if it's worth it. I'm so sure that everything will have been cleared away. Technically by the game, but I think we could imagine... Ooh, the rebel farmers are sprinting. I think we could imagine that, you know, there's scavengers everywhere. People would come and clear up that junk immediately. We're gonna go the safe route. We're not gonna push our luck. We just had some really good luck. Temperance has legs. There's rebel farmers out there. God knows if we lose sight of them and then they double back on us. We're gonna run the perimeter, see if there's anything of interest. If there is, great. If not, hey, that's fine. We've had some really great luck. We'll head back to the bar for the night and see if we could find... Maybe we'll head to another bar. We've been in this one for a while. There's only a bunch of vagrants in here. See if we can find somebody who wants to throw in with us. You know, I'll say it's a mixed bag of good news and bad news, but we haven't seen any animals at all. I did see some Garu. I saw some wild Garu when Quill was cutting the lock off that door. But other than that, we haven't seen... I don't think we've seen any dogs or anything. Which is good, because they would eat us to death. But it's also kind of bad, because it's, you know... If they do get downed by other people, it's really good food. Grab some meat, grab some leather. Just interesting. It's been very quiet this whole playthrough. It's a certain type of luck. It certainly makes for a quieter playthrough, but... I would consider it very lucky. An exciting playthrough is a dangerous playthrough. I've been doing a live stream on the same install, and those characters have been having a go of it. Getting beat up running through the swamps. But it is positively serene for these guys. We just literally swept the whole perimeter, and there was nothing. Well, let's do this then. Let's get back inside. Nothing to be found outside the city, which is fine. Like I said, we've already been very lucky. We're gonna get back inside. Let's go to another bar and see if we can find anybody that might want to follow us. We've got $5,300. We really shouldn't spend more than $3,000. That's usually the average price people ask for to consider joining you. So we'll spend $3,000. That'll leave us with $2,000, which we can use if we have any emergencies. If we need to buy food or anything, otherwise we could probably thinking about buying some weapons. Oh, look at that. Full bar. Completely full bar. All vagrants, though, huh? Just drifters. Nobody to even talk to. There's Ridley. We could talk with Ridley. Ridley's gonna be expensive. We'll leave Ridley. These guys are probably wary as well. I've said before, I've contemplated doing a Scorchlander only run, but always find myself falling into the whoever wants to join can join. It's like, whatever, whoever wants to join. Oh, look at that, a big, gigantic bar. Perfect. Hopefully someone in here is looking for a life of adventure. We can convince them to fall in with us. All right, what do we got? Let's get inside. Oh, what do we see as we walk in? We eye up an Olena Monk Outcast Warrior. Who is this? Burn. All right, let's come up here and talk to Burn. He looks like he's going to be $1 million. Gramps always said, I got eyes for shootin', but arms for tootin', whatever that means. Basically, he was too polite to tell me straight out that a child could beat me in an arm wrestle. You're a gunner? Yeah, currently between jobs, you could say. You recruiting? Sure, how much? 6,000 cats and I'll follow you. I do not have enough, unfortunately. Unfortunately. All right, Burn was too expensive, but Tatsuya looks like he's got some decent stats. Let's have a talk with Tatsuya. He looks like he can handle himself from where we're standing. Bloody, I hate this rotten hellhole. Why would you choose to visit here, roamer? Look, can I ask you something? What is it? Take me with you to the Outlands. There's got to be a better life outside of here. Interesting. Someplace free of corruption and cruelty. I'll only ask for the minimum security pay, that's all. How much? 3,000 cats and I'll do whatever you want. You know what? Deal. Welcome, Tatsuya. My goodness, welcome. Oh my goodness, look at that. Fantastic, Tatsuya. Let's get you following Quill as well. And let's take a look. Tatsuya, you have a weapon. That's fantastic. And you're not terrible with your weapons. Temperance is also actually pretty darn good with weapons. So is Quill. We might just take that from you. All right, we got to get you everything. Everybody needs everything. Quill needs clothes. Now Tatsuya needs clothes, but this is fantastic. We've convinced someone to fall in with us. This is great. Let's head back outside. Oh my god, that's so fantastic. We've got a friend. How's the training going, Temperance? He's already making nice with Temperance. This is great. Every blow dealt and received makes me stronger. All right, Temperance. Good to hear, friend. Oh my god, Tatsuya, I'm so glad that you are fitting right in. Let's go take a look at our camp. Oh, we got more people gathering outside. There's a whole bunch of drifters just clumped up out here. There's a meeting. They're all stuck because of this person. Tomoika, I think. I don't know. All right, whatever. We'll leave them alone. All right, now that we have legs and arms and a friend, I don't know that we actually need to camp so close to town anymore. We might do some proper scouting. I'm still a little nervous with Temperance moving as slowly as she does. I do believe she's going to get faster. Slowly. It's going to take her a minute. Her athletic skill is what's going to judge that. And her athletic skill is terrible, right? 7. Yeah, it's going to be a while. She's going to have to come with us to raise her athletic skill. I mean, the legs are very much not helping. They're hurting her directly, but... What the fuck was that? Oh, I thought someone yelled at us. The legs are affecting her ability to run directly, but, you know, it's just going to make her stronger. It'll make her faster over time. She's going to have to come with us. But that might mean we can actually do some really good, proper scouting. And maybe set up a real spot where we might hang out for a bit. I think so. I mean, this isn't going to be it. We're not going to be staying 5 feet outside of the city. I want to pick a spot where, like, if we did want to put down roots, we could. Like, if I wanted to turn whatever camp we make into an actual outpost, I want to be able to do that. So we're going to get a little far away. What we might do, what might be a really wise idea, is to take these guys out. I think we discovered the other... Yeah, Clownsteady. Maybe we'll do a scouting mission out to the other city and see what it's like out there. Very interesting. We also have all these maps, but we didn't discover a single thing anywhere near us. Unfortunately. All right, but I think that's where we're going to leave it. These guys have had some incredible luck. Temperance now has legs, Quill has an arm, and these guys both have a new friend. So when we come back, I think some proper scouting is in order. I think maybe some further scouting. We might just head down to Clownsteady. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. But I think some adventuring, some proper adventuring is in order. Maybe with an idea to see if we can find a place maybe midway between both of those cities where we could put down some minorly temporary roots. We'll see. But either way, we would do those things in the next episode, so subscribe for more Kenshi, and I'll see you next time.